Today, we're going to break down how much it costs to live in London. Everybody knows London is expensive and how difficult it can be to sustain here. And after living here for almost 2 years, I can definitely agree that it's true. Now, before we dive into this video, hi, my name is Pranav and I live here in London and I work here full time as a photographer and a creator. Before this, I was doing my masters in films and my expenditures were completely different. If you're planning to move to London, stick around for more information. So I have divided this expenditure into 3 major chunks. The first one is the need that takes up to 50% of your income. The second one is your want, that is around 30%, which will cover your coffee shop expenses, bakery, all of that stuff. The last one, I keep it as savings, that is 20% of the income that I can maybe use in emergency or maybe send back home when needed. Completely up to you. So let's dive into the major expenses. The first one is housing. Currently, I live in a 4-bed terraced house and I share it with 3 other people, and we are located between zone 1 and zone 2. This is my bedroom, which is pretty big compared to average London room. The rent of this house is 3,800, which is again divided by 4 of us, and our share is £950 each. The next expense is gas and electricity, which is roughly around 100 to 120 pounds in summer and increase massively during winters. This house is pretty huge, so it gets really cold very quickly, so we have to make sure the heat is turned on. Next one is water bill, which comes every 6 months, and on an average monthly it's £10 per person. The next being the Wi-Fi. We are currently tied up with Vodafone. We also have our mobile connectivity with Vodafone, and together we get a good offer. So for Wi-Fi, we have £40 monthly, which is divided by 4. And for phone, I pay £11 per month. Well, before this, I was with Voxy, which is a sister brand of Vodafone, and it is completely digital. Like, there's no physical store, and it was cheaper. It has no monthly contract, so it's fine when you're moving in. The next major expense is grocery. I am very bad at maintaining receipts, but we do it every week. Any one of us quickly goes and grabs some stuff what is essential, or maybe one trip in a month which will be more of essential needs. On an average, we spend around 250 a month, which is again divided by 4. If anybody wants anything personally that's not added in the bill, that is their own expense, so that can vary. Well, the next one on the list is TFL, and I spend almost £80 traveling around London from one place to another. The next one is council tax, a fairly new concept for anybody who's moving to UK. Before this, I used to think that it is the property tax that we pay for the owner, but basically it's just for the dustbin collection and keeping the neighborhood clean. It also have more to it, but this is what I know basically. This expense is around 155 a month. This can vary from location to location, and the fun fact, if you're on a student visa, you don't pay council tax. I mean, we didn't pay it for 1 year when we lived here on student visa, but now we are on graduate, so we pay 155 a month, which is divided by 4. So the total expenditure till now is 1175, and this just covers the needs. The next one is wants. When I was going through my statement, I realized I don't have a lot of subscription here in UK. Majority of my subscription are based in my home country with my family plan, so I don't have a lot of expenses on that. But the major one that I have here is Amazon Prime, which takes around £5 a month. Subscribe to Small as well, which is a planet-friendly home cleaning product. I love their laundry pods. This can vary for person to person. We order monthly, which gives us around £5 to 8 pods. Yeah. The next subscription I have here is Uber. So Uber has its Uber One subscription for which you get like 5 to 10% off on every Uber ride plus weekly promotions if any. This also benefits me from the grocery part as well. For a lot of venues, like registered venues, we have free delivery. Uber, it is around £6 a month. So roughly around £16 a month is subscription for me. The next one on the list is going out, which can be completely different for everybody. Majority of the time I'm shooting out in hospitality industry, so I shoot a lot of restaurants, and wherever I go they offer me free food, so I eat there, I get it back home, my flatmates love it, I love it. So part of going out and eating is served here. But let's say if we go out on a weekend for drinks, and if it is a long night, then we expect to spend around £40 per person per day or per night wherever we go. The next one on the list that I haven't covered till now is coffee and bakery. For everybody, it is an essential expense here in London. Everybody, not including me. I'm very happy with my Nespresso pod. It saves me a lot of money and the coffee is great. Did I tell you? An average coffee here in London is around £3 to £4 and a croissant is around £3. So on average, if you have coffee every day for a month, which is going to be like £200, and imagine having like an espresso pod, which is like what, £1 for coffee? Not even one. The other expense that I have is Uber, which I use quite often, and which is great because I have Uber One, which saves me a lot of money. Yeah. So Uber is basically used when I'm traveling back from work, or maybe when we're coming very late from a party or a get together. All the Uber expenses that I do for my shoot are covered by the agency I work with. So that's not added in my expense at any point, just the Uber One subscription, which is not a lot. We're done with the first and second part of the video. Now we're on the last, savings. I'm not sure how many of you save money or invest somewhere, but I would highly recommend. So the 20% of the income that I get, 10% I invest in shares and ISA account here. I also invest some amount in US stock exchange, and the next 10% that I have, I send back home as a gift to my mom every month. Now this can vary on the amount that I'm earning each month because I work as a freelancer, so it is not a specific amount. Well, I wanted to partner up with a few brands that could help me make this video, like the saving part, but I wanted to get this video uploaded as soon as possible, so I couldn't wait for that. Revolut was my first bank when I landed here in London, and I've been using it since then, and it's great. So that's all for today, and if you would want to know anything about moving abroad, moving to London, life as a student in London, hit me up, drop a comment down here, I will get back to you, or you can reach me on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram as well. Thank you so much. See you soon.